Namaskar, friends. We will try to understand about Saptamsha today. I'll show one example. You can actually understand like what I mean to say. Now, how it is described. Let me going before to that. Like let me give you some context. See, Parashara gave the progeny from the Saptamsha Varga. Sapta is seven. It is game form of kama or marriage of partner. So basically, Parashara. This is a chart of the Lagna chart. Saptamsha is not Panchavamsha. It is Saptam, seven divisions. So, but Parashara has given this for the fifth house. Why? Because fifth house is basically the gain house of the seventh house. It means in our soul journey, in our spiritual journey, what we will be gaining from our desires, karma, is basically the analysis of our fifth house. So, if our desires are good, desires are pious, then we can get good gains from our desires. Desires are not good, some problems are there, then how we will test it, how the this particular thing will happen, and the experience will happen. So for that, what he has done is, you see, Shaptamsha is the analysis of our creativity. Why creativity? Because when we create, we desire to create. So what we create is a desires 11th house, that is the fifth house. So it shows our this fifth house shows our creativity, our romance, our sexual inclinations, even the multiple affairs and everything, or the multiple relationships, or romanticism or love can be seen from particularly this particularly house. So how romantic you are, the kind of person you attract, or the person who gets attracted towards you, why you get attracted to that person. These are all the analysis of Shaptamsha. Through a Shaptamsha, you will understand the romantic part of an individual, the aggression part, how he is, like what his desires. Because based on his desires, he will actually gain something. That some these are symbolic that can be losses as well in other sense. So let us understand just a moment. So I have mentioned here that a person prosperity, like for example, like there is a person who got married and who has a wife. So from Navamsha, you have understood about the marriage, but it can happen that about the child, to have the entire details how the child will be, because see, seventh house is your wife. Seventh house is your wife. So basically, if she's your wife, then having the thing done, the the gain is your santan. So that means our Vedic Jyotish is saying that the fruit, the gain of marriage, or the fruit of marriage is basically santan. So the desire of the seventh lord actually affects the fifth lord as well, as we see. So because it is our desires, it is our better half, it complements us. So so basically, Shaptamsha, through that you can understand about a person, romantic side, his initiative side, his creativity side. Because fifth house is also the house of Leo from the Kalpurush chart. Fifth house is basically the house of Leo. Leo is sun, basically. Sun is a creator. So he creates seasons and he is a creator. So without sun, there is no creation. So basically, so fifth house analysis or Shaptamsha analysis. What is this creation? Creation only happens when Purush meets Prakriti, when there is a there is a two forces intermingled, and then only the creations things happen. So it is our analysis of our Prakriti and Purusha as well. Let us go back to this particular thing. So what Parashara has done is, Maharishi Parashara has given us to understand how we will taste the life. It's given us seven different liquids to understand. Seven different liquids to understand. There is no deities, but these are seven different types of tarals or liquids. Now, some books say it is liquid, some books says it is juices, some says it's ocean, but actually it's taste. Taste. Now you need to understand what I mean to say about this. First, you have to understand what are the seven different tastes. The seven different tastes are khara, which means salty. Second is hira, milk. So How do you taste khara pani? Can you taste khara pani? Can you take that salty water? So the taste, if fifth house is into khara water, D7 Lagna comes into khara. That means my creation, the taste or the experience which I will have from my own creation is salty. If it is khira, so my creation is basically like, what is milk? Milk is nourishing, fulfilling. So I will be very, very much, it's like milk, nourishing. So I will be a very like motherly kind of a person, very loving kind of a person, that kind of a person, immune love, that kind of a person. This gives a very romantic side of a person, very loving side of a person if the Lagna falls in the Tira, because that is how you will test it, like a close bondage. The third one is, sorry, the ghee, which is curd. Now, curd is a superior thing to milk. It's more nourishing, but it is sour and acidic taste. How do you taste a curd? You please go, now think like, how the curd is taste is, how the milk taste is, how the khara water is. Khara water you cannot drink. So that is a bad taste. Milk is like nourishing. If you take it, like it will nourish you like a mother. So basically that kind of a taste, that kind of an experience you will have from your creation. So your creation is what? Your child. That is your dynasty. That's your lineage. From your father, you have come. So from your father is your ninth lord. You have come. That's your lagna. And your lineage is your fifth house. So it's a lineage. So that's the taste you want to have. The D is basically sour and acidic taste. Okay. So that kind, but it is more nourishing. But the taste is not sweet like milk. It's sour and acidic. Then come Ghita. Ghita means ghee. So ghee, basically, you now please understand how the ghee taste. Please go back. You will understand that ghee taste. Basically, it's very oily, very mushy, very earthy. Okay, so that's kind of a thing. Very fatty. So it's like it's like butter only, but there is some nuttiness, some roasted feeling. So that kind of a feeling. So basically, this type of relationship will have like this oiling kind of a relationship, or like this pleasing kind of a relationship. They will be pleased, but they might have to also please others into a relationship. Then comes the sugarcane juice, which is ikshurash. Ikshurash is what? It is basically, how does a sugarcane juice taste? It is light and not overpowering. The sugarcane juice are never overpowering. It's not too sweet, but it's very light, like water you can drink it. It is hydrating. And what to get that juice, you need to nichol, you need to squeeze it. So you can get the best out of it. Sugarcane juices, you can get the best out of it. Planet can take the best, like the best optimization, so that like you actually like very very much connected to that person, like you get the best out of that person, and that way you're connected to that person. uh then comes madhu or nectar. Some people say that I have a madhu relationship with this person, I have a honey like relationship with this person, he's my honeybee. So this is what? This is that thing. This madhu is like a nectar, which is pricey, exclusive. So these are the guy who are very sensuous. These are the guy who actually like has gained very high flashy and those kind of thing, like materialistic and those kind of a thing, and very precious kind of a thing. So they actually like has gained wealth, like this is a indication of that. Okay. Then the last comes Shuddha Jal. The name can be Shuddha Jal. It is transparent, but uh, like Shuddha Jal, like the pure water, there is no taste, no minerals. The planet here are transparent but lack the taste and creativity. There is no taste. You will feel no taste if you drink this pure water. There is no minerals, nothing. So it's blank. So depending on your taste, what you will do is you will have the desires. See, if my taste is very like vulgar, then my end will be, my gains will be vulgar. If my taste is very spiritual, my gain will be spiritual. If my taste is basically like depending on our taste, we attract people, and that ends up with the lineage. So that is what we're going to see from this chart. Now let us understand about this chart. So this is the chart where you can clearly see Just a moment. Where you can clearly see this guy has got two childs. Fifth house is the first child and seventh house is the second child. Now the Saturn is a lord and the Jupiter is a lord. Both are there in the Lagna. So for this particular person, his kids are his world. Like that's his world actually. Both the childs. However, in the fifth house there is Ketu, and this Rahu Ketu is making this Kal Sharpa Yoga. So fifth and 11th are involved here. So what does it mean? How does the future can be like that? We are trying to understand through Saptamsha. Now you see, just a moment. Now let us focus in this particular Saptamsha and what we are going to see from here. This is the Saptamsha chart. First, what we need to have, first we need to understand about the Putra, the Santan factor, the my creation factor. Santan factor can be seen from the Karaka Jupiter. So we have to see Jupiter from this particular where Jupiter is placed. We have to see the Karya Rashi Capricorn and Pisces. Why Capricorn and Pisces? Because this gentleman has got two kids. Fifth house is the first kid, and seventh house, which is third, because brother is third. So fifth ka brother is the seventh. So basically, brother or sister, whoever is the third is the the sibling, the younger sibling. So the seventh is the second one. So basically, we have to see Jupiter. We have to see the Rashi, Capricorn, and Pisces. Similarly, we have to see the lord of that, which is Saturn and Jupiter, because we have already seen that Saturn and Jupiter are the lords who are sitting in the Lagna. The world means the child means the world to this man. Okay. So that is there. Okay. Then what we have to see? We have to see the Varga Lagna. What is the Varga Lagna rising? So okay, the Varga Lagna is in Taurus, which is the ninth house of this chart. Ninth house of this chart, basically. So we have to see this house. In this house, we also see Rahu. Now you understand like this. In the fifth house, there is Ketu. In the Saptamsha, which is the analysis of the fifth house, the first house, like the Lagna, it has got Rahu. It indicates that the Kal Sharpa is there and it is deep rooted. Okay, so there it must be communicating some informations. Let us understand. So from here, we need to understand the Varga, where whichever planet based in the Varga. The Varga chart fifth house, which is Mercury, and the seventh house, which is your this particular Scorpio, and those lords, Mercury and Mars. So this we will understand where they are. First of all, you see the Lagna lord has gone to the 12th house with the seventh lord, and seventh there is a Ketu. Okay. However, the Capricorn Rashi Lord Saturn and the Pisces Rashi Lord Jupiter were the actual fifth and seventh lord. They are together in the second house, which is Gemini house. And Gemini, you see, happens to be the 10th house. So that means for this Jatak, the Jatak will like it's the from the Jatak point, the ninth house is a very auspicious house, and the 11th house is gain. So both the kids are going to be a gain for this Jatak because it is there in the second house of this chart. So basically, both the kids will make the father very proud. That promise is there in the chart. However, there is Rahu and there is Ketu. And the seventh law especially has gone to the 12th house with the Varga Lagna Venus. It suggests possibly, as we know, Ketu is also a planet of renunciation. Renunciation. So something it is indicating. So let us understand now the deities and let us understand what can happen. So this I have divided the chart into 7 parts and I have found the Devtas. See the Devtas of the Lagna is Ikshurash, which is sugarcane juice. So overall, the creation, whatever he will create, that experience will be like Ikshurash, which is sugarcane. What is sugarcane? It is Nicholena, planet that can take the best qualities out. Optimization. It is light, sugary, but not overpowering. So it's a beautiful experience he will have from his child. That is the promise. So he will also enjoy their company, and as a father, it's a wonderful thing he will have. Now what we have to see is we have to see the the Rahu who is there in the Lagna. So Rahu has fallen in the Dadi. So Dadi is so test. That means the Lagna is basically into Ikshura. Overall, this experience will be like a sugarcane juice. However, there also will be Dadi is so taste, nourishing but so taste also. That is the indication. If you see the overall, the Ikshura is more. So overall, it's a very good experience. There is nothing to be worried of. But there will be. What can it be? Let us understand. So Jupiter and Saturn has fallen in the Grita. The Lagna chart, fifth lord and the seventh lord has fallen in the Grita. So ghee enhance the taste of food. So that means these two kids will enhance his life enjoyment. That we can see. But there are some problems also. The Varga Lagna Lord Venus, who is basically the chariot ruler, if Lagna or Varga is the experience, overall experience, but how you will sail through depends on the strength of the Varga Lagna Lord. So here it is Venus because it is Taurus rising. So Venus has gone to Shuddha Jala. Now you understand the chart once more. From the D7, both the kids are the gain house. Okay, but there is Rahu. So Kalsharpa, and in the fifth house there was Ketu. Okay, now the fifth lord is there in the this third house, which is okay. But the seventh house has also gone to the 12th house, but own sign. And along with that, the Varga Lagna lord has gone, which is 12th. And it is in Shuddha Jal. So that means this person will also have Shuddha Jal has got no taste. Shuddha Jal has got no minerals. So there will be no expectation also from the kids. There will be chances are that because the Varga Lagna lot has gone to the the Shuddha Jal, so eventually the test will be like, he will be like that kind of a person, but he might not have any expectations whatsoever from this person, and probably this the kids will grow up in some other countries as well. They will also leave the native place because it is going to the 12th house. And Rahu is also a foreign Karaka. So that is the thing about this chart. And so, and one more thing we want to show you. You see, like the father son is debilitated in this Saptamsha. So the father son, the relationship, how you will test your relationship out of your desire of soul or your father. First of all, that we need to understand. So where has sun fallen? Sun has fallen into Kira. So, so just a moment. Just a moment. Sun is 24 degree 20 minute. So that means it falls in the second last. So Kira. So it is okay. So basically but there is a debilitation. So nourishment he has got, but there is a debilitation also. So show some problems there. Actually, it's a P3 related problem. Some problems there. And so basically, the lineage may again goes to some other country and then can settle down like that. It is some kind of that kind of a promise may happen because there is a Kal Sharpa in the chart, which is kind of a shrap in the chart. So that is there. I will suggest this Jatak do a remedy because fifth house from the Jupiter as Nadi wise also is a Sharpa dosha. So basically, he needs to understand that uh, the relationship with his creations will be wonderful. It will be a wonderful. He will do wonderful parenting, and they will be like their his gains of his life, his fifth house, his creativity. That is, this person is very much creative. That we can see. However, as we know, and also the like you see the 11th lord going to the second house is also a Raja Yoga. It's happening in the chart. So very highly established his kids will be, but it may happen also that they can settle down somewhere else, not with you. So, and you will also not have any expectations. So that can happen. So what you can do is, I will suggest a remedy later whenever I like the final rules. So that is about Saptamsha. So that's how you should understand about the Jatak's chart. About the seven taste of life, how you will test. Okay, and the person you will attract depend on your test. Whatever you do in your life, how you select your partner depend what you are going to create. So very important is marriage. Very important is the seventh lord to understand and go ahead. Okay, thank you very much.